Beware of the valley of death. What's happening? It's Erik J. Olson. The valley of death is a concept that I was introduced to when I first joined the Entrepreneurs Organization, and I attended a day-long in-person training. I think it was about either strategy or finances, but there was a chart that was shown about how someone has studied millions of businesses and how over time their revenue had progressed. And what it clearly showed was that business revenue for most businesses, if they sustain, if they grow, it will increase to a certain point at about $1 million and then it plateaus. And in order to get from the $1 million plateau to the next plateau above it, it's not a linear line at all. It doesn't progress the same way that the previous $1 million did. It actually, the revenue dips. So imagine a plateau and then going, it goes off a cliff. Like you step off the plateau and woo, you go down a slope. You go down and then you bottom out. You don't bottom out at zero, but you do go down and then you start to come up. And the reason is, in order to get to the next plateau, you have to change your business. You have to change the way that you think. You may have to change some of your people. You have to change possibly even the business that you're in. And so the valley of death was something that I learned early on when we got to the $1 million mark and I joined the Entrepreneurs Organization. And you know what? It was interesting because we were in that plateau at that time, but I didn't really get it. I didn't realize we were on that plateau. I just realized that things weren't progressing quite the way that I wanted them to. For us, it lasted that plateau. It was just a gradual increase from about $1 million to $1.25 million in annual revenue. And then we were stuck. And when we decided that we were going to grow beyond $1 million to $1.25 million, we actually took a hit in our revenue. So some clients that had been with us didn't like some of the things that we started doing. So like we had more people involved, the staff changed. We had a project management philosophy all of a sudden. We had a quality control philosophy all of a sudden. We had different roles. Maybe they couldn't interact as much with, Erik or Kevin because we had other people that were taking on this tasking so that we could continue to grow the business. And so we had some clients that had been with us for a long time that didn't like that. They didn't want to play in this new game that we were changing right in front of them. And so we lost some clients and our revenue actually dropped from $1.25 million back down to about $1 million. And then it started to climb back up. And so I'm very aware of the concept of the valley of death, and I've seen it firsthand a couple of times, these mini valleys and mini plateaus. I feel like we're on one right now, as a matter of fact, and I need to break out of that. And we have some strategies for breaking out of that for sure. Our marketing strategy, getting marketing and sales to work closer together, hiring the salesperson, running a lot of ads to target new kinds of clients. So we're doing things that are new and different now to break out of this mini plateau that we're on, because we've got a big mission here. The name of this podcast is Journey to $100 million. You can guess what the goal is. It's a $100 million business. It's not going to be easy. It probably won't be very fast. I was hoping we'd get it by 2030, but you know what? That's not that far away. There's a lot of work to be done. So we have to break stuff here and get to that next plateau as quickly as possible. If you feel like you're on a plateau, think about the concept of the valley of death and the plateaus and the valleys in between. And when you're ready to go to the next level, also prepare for a drop in revenue. I saw it on the chart and then I experienced it firsthand. It is real. So prepare for it. How much more successful would you be if you could harness the experience of a group of successful business owners? If you could learn from their successes and avoid mistakes they've made in the past. Array Mentors provides the framework and the guidance to help you find your way, get you on the right path, and accelerate your journey to more money and more success. Check out the details at arraymentors.com.